Now let's start our creating new troops. First, in our submodule, we have strayed so much. After you fix this or after you made this part correctly, you will have to remove anything that doesn't or anything that is not inside your module data. I only have SP and PC characters. So this is the only one. We need Control X to cut, and I'm gonna paste it here so that this is the only one inside. Control S to save it. Now we have a template. For example, we want to create something like an Imperial recruit. I missed R. Now in the explanation of each line, the ID should be unique, because if this is something this is similar to some ID, the game will only load one or it will ignore the other one. Default group, you can make this infantry, cavalry, range. You can also make this skirmisher, but for now, I think there's a bug. I'm currently on 1.5.8. I thought it is fixed, but it's your decision. Now in the level of the troops, level 6 is the tier 1, and just add 5 levels to it every time and it will increase into tier 2, tier 3. For example, level 11, tier 2, level 16, level 21, level 26. Level 31 is the tier 6 troop, and level 36 is the tier 7, and so on. And the skill should be the skills of all tier 1 is the same. I think it's 95. And for the tier 2 troops, the total skills is 190, something like that. It is increasing because as the tier increase, the troops forecast during non-simulation battle or the world map battle will be higher. So this one is for the simulation or simulation battles. It doesn't matter what is the tier of the unit. If you didn't get it, the tier of the troops is effective on world map. The strength of the unit is based on their tier, but during simulation, the performance of the unit doesn't necessarily dependent on the tier of the units, but on the skills. For example, you have 200 athletics, that unit will be a ninja. Make it 999. And it will be imbalanced, especially for a tier 1 to have a 999 athletics. So just follow the total skills of each tier. Now for the upgrade targets, this just means that the troop will have the next tier or the upgrade for this troop. The promotion will be these units. You can only put 2 here, because if you place the third one, for example this one, you will have you will crash during promotion, and that would be very bad. For the equipments, this is the change. This is changed during 1.5.6. Many mods has been broken because of this. Before, this is equipment sets. I think equipment, this is not here. You can just see equipment sets. but now it's tagged here. I mean, it has been contained inside equipment and there's a roster. This is still randomly loaded. For example, this can be here and this can be here. This can be here. That is how it is loaded. For the equipment sets of the civilian or for this battle template, we call this battle template, this side here. And this one is the civilian template. For example, you want to customize the civilian template, something that is not the Empire Troop civilian template has. And I'm not sure what is this, because when this troop is inside the town, which is when this is the civilian, they are still wearing this. Let's just say I have copied, I will only copy this one so that you won't get confused. And I put civilian here just for the sample. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna remove this. This is the same thing as this one. This is, you can just customize your equipment, because this one is existing on other equipment. I mean on the other XML, this exists, and this line contains something like this too. So you can just make something like this. Where am I? Now, for example, you also want your troop to have something like this. For example, this one. And I remove the civilian. This will be a battle template. Empire troop. I think there's a battle template for this one, but if there's none, you will crash. But that's the same thing. That's the point. That is only the same thing, and mostly applicable on heroes. Let's try. For example, if we go to lords, you can see here that the lord have this equipment. Just the same with the troops. It's just not arranged like this, but that's the same. You can see here that their civilian template is this one, but some troops, I mean some heroes, have equipment set, which is their battle template, either medium, heavy, uh, flamboyant, nomad. But let's focus again here. That's what this equipment set is, and we're done. Let's just apply our new learned knowledge in creating a customized troop. We will not customize the items for now, but we will customize the gender and appearance. Now I have here the preset. I stored it from character creation. Let me just start my game while I'm doing it. For example, this one, face key, the body properties, which is inside the sandbox core. Let's go to sandbox core. This one, sandbox core, body properties and equipment sets. This one is inside equipment sets, while this one is inside the body properties. And inside the body properties, you can see that there's a body properties. This is a preset, or the face, the face of the troops. For example, fighter empire is this one. So you notice that there's two body properties. So why is that? If I press Control C, I can paste it here. You can see that this face is this one. To confirm it, I'm gonna change things. And then I'm gonna copy this again, Control C and Control V. You can see that it returns to what I copied recently. So for example, I copy this, paste, and let me just dress him up. And if I create female, this should be, this is the face of Rageya. I just customized it. We will create a unit that looks like this. At the same time, they should look something like these two, this one and this one. So how we will make something like that? I'm gonna exit it. You can see here that there's a two face template. What? The one is minimum, body properties min, and body properties max. So that is the two face that will randomly be generated within the limit of this two face. We can also do this here. I'm gonna face this. It doesn't matter if you put it like this. I won't. It's more relaxing like this for me. And this one, I'm gonna put it below. Age doesn't matter, at least on your troops. Even if you make them 0 year old, but I wouldn't do it. Let's just put min and max, and you're good to go. Let's try a little mischief. 999, and let's make this unique so that it won't override the existing Imperial recruit. Let's call this custom troop 1. The name should be Wonder Woman. You can see here that there's a translation here. You can put something you want, and in the language, for example in SPNPC characters, you can just add some strings here, and the one you add here should be pasted here, and translation. I think that's how it works, but for now we will ignore this one. I'm just gonna delete this and call this troop Wonder Woman. Occupation soldier. If you make this caravan guard or mercenary or bandit, your game will crash because that is the latest update of the game. They don't allow different occupation on a default party template. I mean, you can make this caravan guard, but you should apply this only on caravan party. For now, this is a recruit, and this basic troop means this troop. I'm not sure if this is necessary because when we go to the culture tutorial, this one, I will show you why I think this is unnecessary. But this is it. Culture, basic truth. Now in the culture, You have a custom culture, you can put it here, but for now, let's make it empire. And let's create another one, custom troop 2. Let's make this cavalry tier 7. Just take note that I am messing this up. Do not follow my example. Follow the template that is inside the SP and PC characters of the Sandbox core. Now let's make the riding 9992. And we need some horse. We're gonna talk about the upgrade uh, requirement. Where is it? This one. Upgrade requires horse, war horse. You can even put many item categories there. For example, item category iron. I'm just messing this up. Let's just make this war horse. But you can also put some uh, other item category like grain, something crazy like that. Let's make it grain. And we need horse. You can see here that the horse is inside this equipment roster. But if I'm too lazy, this is a Serai horse. But I don't mind. If you're being lazy, you can just put it here. And this equipment will be applied on every roster. The battle template roster, I guess. Control S. And that's the end of it. We're just gonna have to test it. Forgive my screenshot. I have spammed it yesterday. Now let's check our Wonder Woman. And our Wonder Woman was a guy. I forgot to change the gender. So let's fix it now. We just have to make this is female. And the same thing in here. Maybe I should also remove these upgrade targets so that it won't be connected to these guys. We just have to reload the save. Now let's check again. Now that it is applied, this troop will have a random phase in between those phase I have inserted. And the skills in athletics, she has 999 while the other one has also 999 on riding. Let's just test them on the field, and that's all there is to it. So for now, I'm gonna say that thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I'm gonna create more videos, more tutorials, and sometimes experiments.